Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosu.
Welcome. This is Celebration TV News Desk, and I'm Femi Marks. Here are the headlines. Bauchi State discharges 37 COVID-19 patients. Algeria recalls ambassadors in France over protest schemes. Scotland begins to ease up lockdown and price crash. NNPC target $10 oil production cost. And guide to extend the Gallows United loan deals. Stay with us. We'll give the details after the short break. Welcome back. Bauchi State discharges 37 COVID-19 patients. 37 more patients who have recovered after testing negative twice for the coronavirus have been discharged in Bauchi. So far, the total number of discharged patients in the state has risen to 201. The total number of confirmed cases in the state so far stands at 232. No new case has been confirmed in the state for consecutive 2 days, the State Ministry of Health said. 37 discharges have been made with 0 cases for 2 consecutive days in the state. At the moment, only 24 patients are on the hospital admission. The only patient in severe condition has recovered and is getting better, while the other cases are being managed and are set to recover soon. And moving forward now to Africa, Madagascar drug sent to NAFDAC orders, Health Minister says. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagi Nhanire, said the Madagascar COVID organics has been received by his ministry. He said the formulation is sent to the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, and the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research for Scientific Evaluation. President Muhammadu Buhari received the consignment of the formulation from his Guinea-Bissau counterpart Umaro Sissoko Embalo. It was later sent to the chairman of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 and the secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. The PTF chair said he would hand over the 5 cartons to the Minister of Health, who has the responsibility of validation through his institution chartered by law. Confirming this development during the PTF briefing in Abuja, Nhanire said the Madagascar herbs have been received at the Ministry of Health and were found to consist of 2 varieties, one labeled to be for prevention and the other for treatment. Samples have been given to 3 agencies of the Ministry of Health and also to the Ministry of Science and Technology. Also, the minister said Nigeria would review its participation in the World Health Organization Solidarity Trial. He also stated that proposals for the trial of local remedies for COVID-19 had been sent to the relevant research and testing agencies for scientific evaluation. And on other stories, Nigeria federal government to use hotels, schools as isolation centers. The Minister of Health, Dr. Sagi Nanure, said the federal government would require hotels and schools, dormitories as quarantine and isolation centers because of the shortage of hospital beds. He stated this during the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 briefing in Abuja. The minister noted that there were 4 levels of COVID-19 patients ranging from those on quarantine with 0 or mild symptoms to those that would need to be in an intensive care unit. In event of overflow, they require hotels and school dormitories to prepare for level 1, which is quarantine, and level 2, which is isolation of COVID-19 positive with 0 or mild symptoms, to free hospital beds to be dedicated to level 3, which are moderate to severe cases, and level 4, which is for high dependency and the intensive care units. And coming from around Africa still, Algeria recalls ambassadors in France over protest films. Algeria recalled its ambassador from France for consultations after documentaries about the North African country's anti-government protest movement were aired on French public television. The Interior Ministry said films, including 2 broadcasts, seemingly spontaneous and under the pretext of freedom of expression, and in fact attacks on the Algerian people and its institutions, including the army, citing the recurrent character of such programs on French public TV. It singled out 2 documentaries broadcast by France 5 and the former colonial powers parliamentary channel. The documentary, titled Algeria, My Love, aired by France 5, sparked fierce debate on social media. It told the story of the country's protest movement through the eyes of the 5 Algerians in their 20s. Unprecedented mass protests rocked Algeria early last year to demand the departure of the veteran President Abdelaziz Bouteflika, sparked by the early 82-year-old's announcement that he will stand for a 5th term. In April 2019, he resigned, and in December, President Abdelmadjid Tebboune was elected on an official turnout of less than 40%. Analysts say participation was considerably lower. Mass protests against the ruling system only halted when the novel coronavirus arrived in Algeria earlier this year. The second film, Algeria, The Promises of the Dawn, was broadcast on France's parliamentary channel. In a statement, the Algerian ministry cited what it said were malicious and lasting intentions on the part of the certain circles which do not wish to see peaceful relations between Algeria and France after 58 years of independence. And stay from around Africa, Senegal to continue treatment of treating COVID-19 patients with hydroxychloroquine. Senegal will continue treating COVID-19 patients with hydroxychloroquine. A senior health official said, despite a recent study indicating that the anti-malaria drug is ineffective and potentially harmful. Authorities in the West African state opted to provide consenting patients with the drug early on during its coronavirus outbreak, citing promising clinical results, chloroquine and its derivatives. Hydroxychloroquine have been used for decades against malaria and are considered cheap and safe when used correctly. But even as countries around the world rush to use the anti-malarials to fight COVID-19, experts urge caution and warn that the drugs can have potentially serious side effects. A study of nearly 100,000 COVID-19 patients appeared to confirm some of those concerns. It recommended against using either drug outside of clinical trials. Abdoulaye Bousso, who head Senegal Center for Health Emergency Operation said that the country's hydroxychloroquine treatment program would nonetheless continue without offering further details. We're going on a short break now, and when we return, we'll give you details and stories from Scotland and still COVID-19 situation. Please stay with us.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
Wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact, that is 1 meter or 3 feet, with people who are unwell.
stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
Destiny empowering.
And spirit-uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing destinies.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
and the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Welcome back. Now, from the United Kingdom, Scotland begins to ease out of lockdown. People from 2 different households in Scotland can now meet up as 66 days of full lockdown hands. The meetings can only take place outdoors and people must keep 2 meters apart. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon announced the changes as part of a 4-phase roadmap towards reopening society. From Monday, groups of 6 people from different households will be able to meet outside in England, with similar measures expected in Wales. Meanwhile, outdoor weddings with 10 people present may be allowed in Northern Ireland from 8th of June. Ms. Sturgeon urged people to stay home as much as possible as the virus has not yet disappeared. Scotland has been in lockdown since 23rd March and did not make major changes to restrictions when they were announced for England earlier this month. The First Minister said there had now been a sustained and unmistakable downward trend in the spread of the virus over a number of weeks. Many changes could now be made, but she warned that they have limited room for maneuver and need to get the balance right. One household can now meet up with another household as long as they are outside in areas like a park or a private garden. People will also be able to play some sport, and councils are due to reopen their recycling centers. From Monday, teachers and other staff will be able to return to schools to prepare for reopening, although most pupils will not return until 11th August. Some outdoor layout activities where physical distancing can be maintained are also now allowed, including golf, tennis, bowls, and fishing. has started up with the good news there. And also from the United Kingdom of Steel, UK could offer path to citizenship for Hong Kong's British passport holders. The United Kingdom could offer British national overseas passport holders in Hong Kong a path to UK citizenship if China does not suspend plans for a security law in the territory. UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab says there are 300,000 BNO passport holders in Hong Kong. They have the right to visit the UK for up to 6 months without a visa. Mr. Rahab's statement came after the UK, the US, Australia and Canada issued a joint condemnation of Beijing's plan. The proposed law has been backed by China's parliament, which endorsed the decision made by the ruling Communist Party and could be enforced as early as the end of June. It will make it a crime to undermine Beijing's authority in Hong Kong. The four nations said imposing the security law will undermine the one country, two systems framework agreed before Hong Kong was handed over from British to Chinese rule in 1997. It guaranteed Hong Kong some autonomy and afforded rights and freedoms that do not exist in mainland China. And out away from that story now to business news. Price crash, NNPC target $10 oil production cost. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has said it is looking to drive down the cost of producing a barrel of crude oil to $10 and below in oil fields across the country. The group managing director of the NNPC, Malam Kyari, said that the national oil firm had sustained operation despite disruptions and slowdown in economic activities. Kyari had said in March that the cost of crude oil production in the country was within the range of $15 to $17 per barrel, while that of Saudi Arabia was between $4 and $5 per barrel. He said countries producing at the cheapest price will remain in the market, while those with high cost of production would not be able to cope with the competing prices. He said oil price collapse below cost has led to production deferment across the world. The NNPC has, however, maintained steady production in order not to lose market share in the event of crude oil price recovery. According to the NNPC boss, the unit operating cost for 2019 full year performance exceeded the target of $10 in all cases. And still on business news, Nigeria President directs protection of telecom infrastructure. President Muhammadu Buhari has designated all digital and telecommunications infrastructure as critical national infrastructure and direct law security agency to ensure full protection. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Patomi, made this known at a webinar hosted by the Nigerian Economic Summit Group. Speaking on the theme, assessing the impact of COVID-19 on the Nigerian digital economy and post-pandemic strategies. He said the COVID-19 pandemic has made all stakeholders realize the importance of focusing and developing a digital economy. He said the President directed the National Security Advisor to inform him that he had already approved his directives to be conveyed to all security institutions to ensure that all digital infrastructure and telecom infrastructure should be protected in the country. He called on all stakeholders to work collectively to speedily improve digital literacy and rollout of telecom infrastructure in the country. We'll go on another short break now. When we come back, we'll give you sports stories. Please stay with us.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1. That is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact, that is 1 meter or 3 feet, with people who are unwell.
stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
destiny-empowering,
and spirit-uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing destinies.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
and the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am.
Welcome back now. Sports story. Shanghai to extend Bigalo's United loan deal. Odion Bigalo looks set to remain at Old Trafford for the rest of the season as his Chinese club Shanghai and Shenhua reconsidered their initial stance to recall him. The former Watford striker joined on transfer day deadline in January and had gone on to score 4 goals in 8 appearances for the English giant before the EPL campaign was halted due to the coronavirus pandemic. The striker is due to return to China at the end of May, but the possible reappearance of the 2019-2020 Premier League season has led to talks of the agreement being extended. Talks initially broke down between both clubs, but it seems communication has been restored and the CSL side now look ready to grant the striker an extension. That's a good news there for Igalo. In another sports story, the English Premier League is set to resume on June 17th. The Premier League is set to restart on June 17th with Aston Villa versus Sheffield United and Manchester City versus Arsenal, subject to government approval. A full round of fixtures will then be played on the weekend of June 19th through 24th. There are 92 matches still to play, and the first to take place will be those of the 4 teams involved have been earned. All matches will take place behind closed doors. Safety guidelines are yet to be issued by the government, and the decision will remain subject to the continuing fight against coronavirus. It is also understood that finishing the season will require 6 weekends and 3 midweek rounds. And that's all we have for you today from News from Celebration TV News Desk. In case you missed the major stories, and here the headlines again. Bauchi State discharges 37 COVID-19 patients. And from Algeria recalls ambassador in France over protest films. From United Kingdom, Scotland begins to ease out of lockdown. And on business news, price crash, NMPC targets $10 oil production cost. And finally on sport, Shanghai to extend Bigalo's United loan deal. Thanks for staying tuned. On your screen right now is the photo of the day where it says, where opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. I'll take that again. When opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. You can join the conversation on our social media platform on Facebook and tell us what you think about that quote. On Facebook, it is Celebration TV, and on Instagram, it is My Celebration TV. On Twitter, it is at My Celebration TV. On YouTube, it is www.youtube.com/Celebration TV. And you can join us and watch on any of our apps, on any of the platform, iOS or Android, and also watch us on our Sky channel 598. The continuous transformation of a society is a collective responsibility of all. No matter the office you hold as the nation's president, a top leader, an opinion molder, a character builder, a professional, as a person pursuing passion, you have a duty to give all to making the society a better place for all and the generations to come. Play your part and do it with all diligence. Thank you for staying tuned to Celebration TV, and bye for now. I'm Femi Max.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosu.
Refill me, Jesus.